Good afternoon, children, and welcome back. Today we'll be doing the next portion of the biomolecules, which is metabolism. So, what is metabolism or metabolic activities? Children, all the reactions, many kind of reactions happen in our body, right? So, all reactions, both catabolic and anabolic reactions, or anabolism or metabolism or catabolism altogether forms the metabolism. Clear? Okay. And the organic compounds that take part in metabolism is called as metabolites. Which are these metabolites? Which are the biomolecules which actually take part in the various kinds of metabolic reactions. Okay. And already we know that. What are the biomolecules present in living systems? They are the proteins, amino acids, both micromolecules and macromolecules together I'm talking about. They are the lipids, carbohydrates, polysaccharides, nitrogenous bases, RNA, DNA and whatnot. Okay, so all these are present in both plants and animals, you know that. And they are called as primary metabolites. Okay, besides these primary metabolites, plants also produce some other substances. Like some plants are poisonous in nature. Yes, if we eat that plant or leaf or fruit of the plant, we may die. So that is due to some kind of chemicals present in that fruit or leaf or whatever it is. Yes or no? Right. And neem. Yes, some rubber plant produces, rubber tree produces rubber. Some plant produces milky secretions, isn't it? All are chemicals, or all are these materials, these molecules are called as or considered as secondary metabolites. Whatever biomacromolecules, biomicromolecules which are present both in plants and animals are called as primary metabolite. And besides these primary metabolites, plants also produce resins, latex, oils, rubber, poisonous drugs. All these are called as or considered as secondary metabolites. Okay. Now, these are the secondary metabolites. For example, pigments. Yes, chlorophyll pigment, you know that. Carotenoids, anthocyanins, alkaloids, morphine and codeine, terpenoids, monoterpenes, diterpenes, drugs, polymeric substance like rubber and gums. Okay, so these are the various kinds of secondary metabolites. Okay, and metabolic pathways are similar to automobile traffic in a city. Flow of metabolites through the metabolic pathway has a definite rate and direction. Some may go up the town or some may go down the town, downtown, whatever it is. So this metabolic flow is called the dynamic state of the body. It is called the dynamic because some kind of reaction is going on. It is never at rest. Our body is never at rest. Some kind of reaction is going on all the time. Some compounds are produced, some compounds are broken down, and that is catabolic activities I'm telling, right? And during a catabolic activity, energy is released, right? And what is this energy? Where is this stored? It is stored in the form of adenosine triphosphate, ATP. Clear? In organisms, the metabolites are present in different concentrations. Isn't it? You know the sugar, what is the sugar amount of human beings? 80 to 120 is the normal range. So hemoglobin, what is the normal range? It is nearly 12 to or 13 to 15 milligrams. Okay, uric acid, like that. Every metabolite, every molecule has got is present in different concentration. That is the normal level of the of an adult, right? Systems at equilibrium cannot perform work. Equilibrium means both concentrations, all the concentrations are same. Or I told some kind of reactions are happening, right? That means it is not at all stable. It is not equilibrium. Doesn't attain equilibrium at all. So systems at equilibrium cannot perform work. As living organisms work continuously, they cannot reach equilibrium. So, the living state is a non-equilibrium steady state to be able to perform work. So, what is a living state or living organism considered? The living state is a non-equilibrium steady state to be able to perform work. Next, we'll see about the enzymes, which is a very, very important topic in this chapter. Okay, now we have been talking about reactions, catabolic reactions and anabolic reactions, right? Okay, and all the reactions, maybe it's not a one-step process. There are many steps. Okay, but each step is catalyzed by an enzyme. Okay, now what are enzymes? What do you know about enzymes? Enzymes are considered as catalysts or biological catalysts which influence the speed of biochemical reactions. So catalysts are used to speed up the reaction, and at last we get the enzyme as such. Without any harm, we get the enzymes as such. Okay. All enzymes, what is the nature of enzyme? All enzymes are proteins, but not all proteins are enzymes. Okay. So enzymes are very, very specific. For example, an A compound is converted to B compound. There is an enzyme called C. Okay, this enzyme C acts only here for the conversion of A to B. So that's why it is called as very, very specific. That is, each enzyme has its own substrate. Okay, and there is one ribozyme, which is a enzyme or nucleic acid that behaves like an enzyme. You know, RNA is a single-stranded molecule. You know that, right? DNA is a double-stranded, RNA is a single-stranded. That means it is not stable molecule. And RNA, because of its instability itself, it is used as a enzyme in various kinds of chemical reactions. Okay, right. But what is the name of the enzyme? Ribozyme. So it is a nucleic acid which acts as an enzyme. Okay, and enzymes form tertiary structures with some crevices called as active site. Now, how does this enzyme work? This enzyme, you know, this lock and key system, lock and key. Every lock has got a key, right? That key cannot fit into a different lock. Okay, so this particular key can fit only to a particular lock. Okay, so such is the activity of this enzyme. So how is this possible? You know how the key is made. Has got a, what is that? The key which goes inside the lock, that portion I'm saying, right? So it has got, this enzyme has got structures. It's proteins, you know that it is protein, and on the proteinaceous structure it has got crevices which act as active site. What is that? Active site to which the substrate binds. Okay, all enzymes has an active site to which the substrate binds. Clear? And this carbonic anhydrase is an enzyme which converts carbon dioxide to water. Carbon dioxide plus water to gives hydrocarbonic acid. Where is this reaction happening in our RBC during the transport of oxygen, right? So this carbon dioxide and water combines to give H2CO3 carbonic acid, okay, which is catalyzed by an enzyme called as carbonic anhydrase. This reaction can happen without the use of enzyme, of course, but it takes only, there is only 200 molecules formed when without this enzyme, and if the enzyme is present, carbonic anhydrase is used here, nearly more than million molecules of H2CO3 is produced within seconds. If it is not used, only 200 molecules of this H2CO3 is formed. Clear? So I just now told, in a multi-step reaction or a catabolic reaction, there is different kinds of enzyme. Each step is catalyzed by different kinds of enzymes. For example, glycolysis. Glucose, which is split into pyruvic acid. Glucose gives pyruvic acid. Okay, here nearly 10 different enzymes are taking place to complete this chain of reactions. Okay, next we go to chemical reactions. Okay, now in a chemical reaction, there will be, you have already, chemical reaction, you studied in 9th itself, right? So what happens in a chemical reaction? One chemical bond is broken and somewhere else a bond is created, right? For example, barium hydroxide plus sulfuric acid gives barium sulfate plus water. So this is an inorganic chemical reaction, of course, and the starch plus water gives glucose, which is an organic chemical reaction. Okay, this is two different examples. Now, what is the rate of reaction? Rate of reaction is equal to the amount of product formed per unit time, which is given by delta P divided by delta T. So what is a rate? How do you calculate the rate of reaction? You need not calculate, just you should know the equation here for biology, right? Rate of reaction is equal to the amount of product formed per unit time, which is delta P by delta T. If the direction of the reaction is specified, the rate can also be called the velocity of the reaction also, we can say. There are other, which all factors affect the rate of a reaction, children? Temperature, pH, and many other factors affect the rate of a reaction, right? And in many cases, the rate of the reaction doubles, or it may decrease by half. Doubles or halved for every 10-degree change in either forward or backward direction. 10 degrees centigrade, that's temperature. For 10 degrees increase, it may increase double time, like in some reaction it may get halved. Okay,